Good afternoon. I'm Reverend Roy. Thank you for being here. Our mini class today is talking about the timing of your magical work and different aspects of that when we want to actually start our work, start our spell work. We live in a age today where we want, instant gratification for everything. But magic doesn't always work that way. We need to put as much work and intention to this as we can. We're used to buying spell work off the internet. People buy it from me and they'll order a candle, and an hour later they're emailing me, my candle started yet? In Hoodoo, it didn't used to work that way. You'd go, visit the granny that did the magical work, and she would tell you what day to come back to start your work. So those are the things we're going to talk about today. You can do your magic based on astrological aspects, and for that you need to get an astrological reading, get your natal chart done, see where your placements are in your houses, and that'll help you know when to start your work. You can do it based on life changes, when you move to a new home, get married, get a divorce, a death, a birth, those kind of things. You can align your magic up with those dates. You can do your magic based on the time of the year. Cleansing work is usually done in the spring. Intention and manifest is usually done at the first of the year. Releasing work is usually done in the fall or winter, depending on your tradition. In my tradition, I do that in the fall because that's the end of the wheel of the year. So you can do magical work based on the menstrual cycle. Cleansing work is done after a menstrual cycle. Love work is done during the cycle, and fertility work is done before the cycle. So you can do your magic based on the time of the moon. Waning moon, when the moon is getting smaller, and that's called doing work on the darkening of the moon. That's when we want to get rid of things. That's when we get rid of crossing and jinxing, throw out a lawsuit, get rid of gossip, those things that you want to take out of your life. A waxing moon, when the moon is getting bigger in size, it's called working during the lightening of the moon. That's when we want to bring things in. So that's when we want to do love work or money work or get a new job, those types of things. And you can also do your work based on the time of the week. And this is what I like working with. The days of the week are associated with astrological signs. They're associated with gods. They're associated with archangels. So depending on who you work with, you would pick what day of the week it falls on. In old traditional times, Venus is associated with love spells. But her color is green and her day of the week is Friday. But in America, we kind of changed that tradition because most people got paid on Friday and our money is green. So we started doing money work on Fridays with green candles. So things change over time. If you work with the Psalms, spiritual hoodoo magic, the days of the week are associated with the 7 Jewish archangels. So that if you're doing archangel work, you want to pick the right day. And classical and Norse astrological association are also associated with the days of the week. So on Sundays, you're working with Apollo, and that's the sun. That represents the sun. And you use Sundays for physical healing and blessings. And that would be work done with Archangel Michael for healings and blessings. On Mondays, the association is Diana, which is the moon, the Luna. It's for the recitation of Psalms and other scriptures related to fertility, childbirth, all maternal matters. So those would be done on Mondays. And if you're working with archangels, you would work with Gabriel on Mondays. Tuesday is Mars, or Aries, and that's for matters of war and diseases of the blood. So any type of war work would be done on a Tuesday, and you would work with Archangel Camiel on those days. Wednesday is Mercury, or Hermes. It's for prayers related to communication, journey, and all business dealings. So that would happen on Wednesdays. And the archangel for that is Raphael. On Thursday, it's Thor. That's the moon sign. The Earth sign, planet sign is Jupiter. And that's all about power and wealth and kingship. So anything you're wanting to take power over would be done on a Thursday, and that's Archangel Zadkiel. Friday is Venus or Aphrodite, and that's the day we would do love for magic for love and sex and beauty, and that would be Archangel Aniel, sometimes called Haniel. And then Saturday is Saturn or Kronos, and that's for all enemy work and cursing work and jinx work, all of that we would do on a Saturday. And if you're working with an archangel, that would be Zaphiel, and it's sometimes called Cassiel in some writings. So each day has an association of what type of work you're wanting to do, and it's associated with planets. It's associated with the Norse gods. It's associated with the archangels. So depending on what tradition you have and who you want to work with. The time of the day you start your work can be very important. There are astrological signs for every hour of the day, and I'm not going to have time to go through all of those here, but those can be looked up. In Hoodoo, it's typical that most work is started at dawn and have completed by dusk. So, and do you really want to get up at dawn to do magical work? If it's important to you, you will. That's the way we do these things. So the time on a clock. Anybody remember these clocks that had hands on them? Those can be very important in your magical work. Most magical work, if not all, can be put into two categories. It's to bring things to you or take things away. That's what we're doing when we do spell work. And the hands on the clock can represent that. So if you're wanting to bring things into your life, you want to start your spell work when both hands are coming up. That's how you bring things to you. So you want to be on a time when your hands are coming up over on this side. So that's like 6:30 to 7, 7:30 to 8. Those kind of signs coming up in here. Work to repel things or send them away or to get rid of something. You want both hands going down. So you want to start your spell work when both hands are on this side going down. That's like 12 to 12:30, 1 to 1:30. You never want to start your work at 12 o'clock or 6 o'clock, when the hands are straight up and down, not moving, because that's kind of a dull point right there, a void for 1 minute. So don't do your spell work there, and don't do your spell work when one hand is coming up and the other is going down, because that's sending a mixed signal out to the universe. Do you want to push this away or do you want to bring it to you? I don't understand. So always work with them going up and down. So some examples. I want my man back. How long is it? I want my man back. When are you going to do that kind of work? Well, you want your hands coming up. You're wanting to bring something to you. You want to work with a day that's about love. You want to work with an archangel or a god that's about love. A day that's about love. If you're wanting to get rid of something, someone's cursed you, putting bad work on you, someone has sued you, you want to get rid of this lawsuit or so forth. You want to start this at a time of day when the hands are going down, and pick the day of the week or the archangel or the god that would work with those things. I would almost do that on a war day, take control of this, take the power and control that. The best work is if you can take your time and plan this and use as many of these factors as you can. If you can do it on the timing of the year, the day of the week, the hour of the day, where the hands are on the clock, you have put your best intention into this, and you have told the universe, I've done my homework and I want this to be successful. So you're always better off to wait, plan it, start this at the right time, end it by the right time, and you'll be the most successful with your spell work. So, any questions on this? No? Cool. Well, thank you for listening. Have a good day.